To the top right, we have our Zerg player, former TSL player. If he takes the game now, he will get the 3rd spot in the group and then advance to play in the wildcard group on Friday. It is.
GSL Symbol.
Keep in mind, if Symbol advances to the wildcard group, he will be the 3rd in a row Zerg player.
Yeah.
And that would also mean that only 3 Zergs advance out of this group. All 3 of them will advance in a way. His opponent, the bottom left though, from the Netherlands, 0-4. He wants to change it. He is
Grubby.
One of the foreigners that we have in the up and down groups. 2 days from now, we will have Huck in another up and down group. He has a chance to go to Code S. For Grubby, this chance has passed. He will play in Code A next season. He had a very tough day. In a few of the games, he definitely was just outplayed. The game against DRG being one of the examples. In other games, he just got unlucky. If you want to support him, if you want to send him a tweet and just cheer him on, and yeah, well, just give him a little bit of hope for the next few weeks where he tries to improve in Korea, which is of course also going to affect his international performance when he moves back to the Netherlands. Then add him at follow Grubby, send him a tweet and support him. His opponent to the top right is also represented on Twitter. It's SC2_symbol. And you can always add the 2 of us, 2 casters here, if you liked what you heard today. Add Proxy Wolf and myself at Caldor.
Yeah.
And let's see what's going to happen here. Grubby this time with the Nexus first. He's going for the same build again, but this time with a Scout.
Yeah, this time with a Scout, and nearly a kill on that probe, but Grubby does pull it away and save it. Grubby also goes Nexus first once again here. Now, what sort of player are we going to see from Grubby here? Will we see Stargate once more? I mean, that's when he played on this map earlier and ended up losing because of the lings that came in. He tried to go into Stargate, but he was so far behind, so handicapped, that it just didn't really matter. And maybe now he's got a second opportunity to do the same build without being handicapped. I would expect to see that. There goes the cannon. Third base for Symbol is very normally timed here. He sends the drone over very early to make sure there's no sort of blocking with pylons.
If Symbol loses here and first wins, then first is going to get the wildcard spot. It depends all on the outcome of the next 2 games. But if Symbol takes this game against Grubby, then we don't even need the last match between first and Byung. Then Symbol will get the 3rd spot. So let's see what our Zerg player is going to do in this game, and of course also what Grubby's plan is on this map. He's a player that doesn't really like to go for too many all-ins. He is more a fan of a straight-up macro game, for just playing a solid strat. Against Lucera, he couldn't really show this to us. He was from the beginning behind because of the opening, and Lucera ran with the lead.
Yeah, he's not a gimmick player. He's a late game player. He knows how to expand and to move forward. He has really strong timing attacks too, but in this case, especially on this map, I feel like it's about the Stargate into the 3rd. I would be surprised to see anything else. Even with the pylon placement we see there in the main, it indicates very likely that we will actually see that Stargate. We're about to find out though. He's got 200 gas. Core is finished. Needs a few more minerals before he can do anything.
We so far don't see any kind of upgrade in the Forge, and this is of course also known to Symbol, who had the Overlord on the high ground, saw the Forge, and knows that there is at least no Immortal push like coming right now. At least that's not what he does know at this point. By the way, pylon at the bottom left, so this already indicates that we might see a Stargate here. I think
he's gonna just start it right away.
Yeah, you usually get the pylon if you want to hide something, and there it is, Stargate.
He's gonna go Phoenixes.
That's the opening that he tried to show against Lucera, which did not really work. This time, without losing 9 harvests in the early game, he might be a little bit more successful. But Symbol is a very, very tough opponent. This guy has been defeating Protoss players for a long time, and even though this is a map that is not too bad for Protoss, Hero being one of the Protoss players that will always pick this map if he has the choice, even over in Tumd Valley. We have Symbol now with a very stable opening, and let's see how well he can just defeat what Grubby is going to do here, how well he can prepare, how well he can defend.
Yeah, Grubby being very aggressive with his Zealot Scout right now. He does have to send it back. So far, Grubby's information about his opponent is, okay, 3 base, but I don't know anything else. I don't even know if he cancelled it, so Grubby is a little bit in the dark, and he actually goes Void Ray first. This is a variation. This is different.
Yeah. This is different from what he has shown so far. This is one of the things that he toyed around with. If he opens with Phoenixes or if he opens with the Void Ray, he has the +1 attack upgrade, and therefore he can go for a Void Ray, can follow it up with a few Phoenixes and go for an attack with those extra gates that he just now adds. There's the Phoenix also on the tap. And we had Symbol go into the lair tech before he starts with his speed, but now speed is being researched and he goes straight into the Roach Warren. So will he be ready? He's trying to set all things to defense. We have 60 harvesters for him. The normal amount that you go for when you're Zerg player, 60 to 64. Even the first few Spore Crawlers now that he identified what was going on.
Yeah,
and Grubby...
Void Ray as well.
Yeah.
He's going into the Void Ray +1 Zealot timing attack that's so good on this map. Better on Antigua, but this Phoenix is really tricky. This is the Phoenix that makes Symbol think, I'm not sure if this is what he's doing, but Symbol is going for the Hydralisk Den.
The Hydra Den is actually going to be really good for him.
Yeah, I like it a lot. The Zergling speed is actually less useful, I feel, because he's not going to want to use Lings much at all against this, because it's going to be basically only Zealots and Void Rays.
Well, I would be very skeptical when I see a Zerg player not getting the speed for the Lings at all. You need to get that at some point, because you are very mineral heavy, and there will be the point where you want to reinforce with the Zerglings and chase your opponent down.
It's just not going to be too useful in the defense right away. Now,
at this point, the Hydras are great. Hydras are good against gateway units, especially when there's no charge, and we have him with a good position against the Void Rays. So.
But he may just not even attack here. It's probably going to be a Nexus cancel, but he's putting a cannon down. He's actually just going to use Void Rays to defend his base. This is something we've seen a few times in Pro League, and it's not a normal strategy, but it's pretty cool.
The way Symbol is committing to this right now, it definitely indicates he wants to attack. And keep that game in mind that he played against first. It was very similar. He was facing a little bit of a different opening with a Stargate, no Void Rays, but now he's moving in. He might not have enough Hydras though. He only has 8. He doesn't expect this many Void Rays.
Yeah, and he does not have a Nidus network. Uh-oh, the units of Grubby, they're way out of position.
Nice!
Cancels.
Good cancel. Sees that he can't hold it, but now he's supply blocked, and that's a problem.
He has the opportunity to do what he wanted, what we thought he was going to do initially. 2 more cannons and 4 pylons going down, and Grubby actually decides to turn around. He's got that 4th pylon going up, but
the pylon is going to die here. The forge is also being attacked.
Grubby?
The pylon is down.
We'll sandwich him here a little bit. Nice pullback by Symbol. He needs to take out the Void Rays with the Hydras. The Roaches can do most of everything else.
If he can kill the Hydralisk, that would be so good for him. But the first Void Ray is now gone. Grubby not realizing that it's being attacked. The force fields are decent, trapping every single Hydra. And now all of them are going to die, and they won't be able to take down the Void Rays, which is exactly what Grubby needs. But the follow-up.
More Hydras and a Spire for Symbol as the follow-up. Very interesting. You know, I would expect one or the other, but not both. He goes in with his Lings to check for a remade 3rd Nexus, but he finds there's nothing there. He's going to go for the counterattack. There's no wall. There's 2 cannons, but that's not enough. He's going to go right for the main.
He's going for the main, and Symbol is definitely the one to set the pace in this match. Grubby is attacking the 3rd base. Symbol defending, but he has the Lings in his opponent's main base now. Really good for him. The Hydra is dancing a little bit, trying to do damage.
The Hydra's trying to do that dance like you were talking about. The Lings in the main base are really going to affect Grubby's reinforcements, but Symbol needs a little bit more time. He needs these 12 Roaches to pop out.
The Lings are doing damage here. Grubby backing off at the 3rd base of his opponent. We have so many Hydralisks right now. He's going for... Look at this economy. 38 against 64 Harvesters. Grubby is on his last leg here with his attack. He needs to do damage at least.
Yeah, he definitely does. This game is pretty close. He actually has such a strong army with good force fields, and that's what Grubby is known for. He can actually maybe make this work, but the concave is too good for Symbol, and Symbol does not hesitate. He goes to the attack. Those Hydras in the back doing so much extra damage. The Void Rays start to charge here.
And we have also two Spore Crawlers. It's very difficult for Grubby to approach this, and he doesn't have the economy to back it up. The more time passes, the better for the Zerg player, who has a lot of production going on right now. It's just way too much, and now he's moving out. Look at the army supply here. It's 95 against 72.
Yeah, this is looking worse and worse for Grubby as more time goes on. Grubby is actually reproducing probes, but he doesn't have a lot of gas even.
Harvesters killed 8, Symbol took down 8 of them, and his attack at the beginning really did a lot, and he's still going for Hydralisk. There is no transition for Grubby, he can't afford it.
Yeah, +2 starts now. Symbol a little bit out of position, but the creep that he has allows him to spot this. Grubby could force field and cut these units off if he wants to, and he does, but it's a little bit too late. The drones come from one side.
And the Roaches are trying to take down the few sentries that Grubby has, and as soon as the force fields are gone, the entire army and force of Symbol will try to crush down on Grubby. And here we go, the Protoss player retreating to the choke point. A nice force
Grubby
field.
taking every best angle possible, but it's still a numbers game because even though he's taken the best angles, he can't eventually hold back the force. He's out of force fields, and here come the Hydras. They're on creep.
There's such a huge army for Symbol, and he's trying to chase Grubby down. Grubby is always trying to position his units well so that he can deal with his onslaught, but it's just too much. The Void Rays are gone. The Stalkers with a stutter step. Only one Void Ray is trying to escape here. The rest is already eliminated. And this force for Symbol is just so huge and strong.
Yep, a counterattack for Grubby with a Warp and a Zealots is going towards Symbol's third base, but Symbol looks like he just wants to end it here, and with only 2 cannons and no sentries to defend, I think the Hydra DPS is going to be way too much. He's got that high ground Void Ray, and it helps just a little bit. And here come those Zealots. There's
Grubby,
no defense at the third, but he's just going to die here.
Grubby is with his back to a wall. He warps in Zealots to take down the third of his opponent, and he might succeed. He will succeed, but can he deal with this army? There's just so much. Now a few of the sentries on the high ground dropping force fields. A good move by him.
Core.
But still, he can't deal with this army. It's just such a magnificent force that Symbol is throwing against the player from the Netherlands.
And it looks like Symbol will take the wild card spot. We'll have 3 players in the top 3 for Zerg.
GG. Grubby eliminated, losing 5 games today in this group. Symbol takes victory on Cloud Kingdom. He's the 3rd place in the group and now will face 2 Zergs in the wildcard group. And tomorrow and the day after we'll find out who the other 2 opponents are.
Certainly right.
Well played by Symbol, was not able to get straight in Codes. That honor.
Yeah, a good day for our Zerg players today. All 3 of them doing the best they could, and Symbol being very mannered, very polite here, coming to speak with Grubby for just a little bit. And, you know, Grubby, though, with a smile on his face, despite finishing last in the group, just goes to show, like you said, he's here for the long term. He's not here for today.
Yeah. He said before he came here, I think it was a statement that he wrote on Twitter, you can check that out at Follow Grubby. He said, like, I'm going into this match or into these games pretty relaxed. I know that I'm the underdog here. I'm here to stay, to improve my skill. So that's what his plan is. So we can judge his performance then when he plays in Code A, where he will now inevitably be together with Byung. Symbol has another shot on Friday. Lucira and DRG, they advance. Congratulations, of course, to both of them, especially to Lucira, who was so happy and takes the 1st place. Let's have a quick look at the match results of the day.
Yep, you can see, we just talked about the winners. We can talk about the losers, though. Byung 1 and 3. Of course, Grubby 0 and 5. And First, on the other hand, wasn't even able to make a difference with this final game based on the direct comparison of the players who beat him. So it ends up being 3 Zergs advancing, Lucira, DRG, and last but not least, Symbol with the wild card.
Lucira may be the player who was surprising a few people. I don't think that a lot would have thought that he can take the 1st place in the group. A lot were arguing that he might take 3rd, that he might take 2nd. But a very nice performance by Lucira here. Very, very well played. DRG, on the other hand, being one of the favorites. But let's have a quick look at tomorrow's players. This is an amazing
awesome group. The first appearance for Zubu's Genius to join the new team. We've got Hero, Byun, Byul, SOS, and last but not least, man, Bomber.
My 2 favorite players for this group, just because of their playstyle tomorrow, are definitely going to be Hero and Bomber. But Byul is also a very strong contender. He's the only Zerg player in the group. And he's been playing with LGIM for quite a while now. He was a former Fnatic player. Very strong in the GSL.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
don't forget Byun too, man.
Yeah.
He's always been a good player, and SOS is on the rise.
Yeah, exactly, all of them. This is once again one of these really tough groups. So I'm excited for tomorrow. And the day afterwards we will have Huck, another foreigner in the GSL up and downs. But tomorrow's group is of course what we are going to focus on next. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's games, that you enjoyed today's cast as well. If you did, if you have some criticism, let us know. He's at ProxyWolf on Twitter. I'm at Caldor. We are going to see you tomorrow back again with the 6 players that you just saw on screen. Enjoy the day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.